Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Kleinman, and I'm a licensed psychologist and a member of the Florida Psychological Association. And I'm here today to talk to you about coping with life's difficulties. We all have to deal with difficulties in life. Let's face it, none of us gets to have the perfect life that's a fairy tale without any problems. What happens, though, is when those problems come along, sometimes we get stuck with them. They're kind of like these speed bumps on the road that we're going down. And we're not really sure. Do we stop? Do we slow down? Do we go real fast and just try to get through it? Well, we psychologists do a lot of studies on this. We do a lot of research, work with a lot of people in real time, and take a look at what does work and what doesn't work, what's most effective and what's not effective. One of the problems, I think, that happens in terms of coping is there's so much information coming at us, and we can get overwhelmed. We're not really sure, which answer do I follow? So part of what we work to do is help people to really funnel things down and say, okay, what's a simple solution to what may be a very difficult problem? When we think about a simple way to look at something very complex, think about it this way. We have found out that our response to things, or the level of difficulty that we have coping, is a combination of what happens, the event or the situation in our life, plus our reaction or our response to that event or situation. Now think for a minute, which of those two things do we have the most power or control over? Do we have power and control over the event or situation? Well, if the event or situation is our thoughts and our memories about some terrible experience that's already over with and we can't change, maybe we have some control or power because we can think about something else, focus on something else. And if we can't, we can go get some help from an expert, from a professional like a psychologist who can help us work through those leftovers. But much of the time, that event or situation is something outside of us. It may be something related to another person. It may be related to a natural situation in our environment, in our workplace, whatever. It's not coming from within us. But our reaction and our response, now that's ours. We own that. We have power over that. And part of what makes up our reaction and our response is our thoughts and our beliefs about what happens to us. So we all have the opportunity to start to learn and pay attention to, what do I think? What do I believe about things that happen to me? Do I believe I'm a victim and it just happens to me and I can't speak up for myself, I can't stand up for myself, I can't make different decisions? Or do I believe that I have a right to thrive in this world just like everyone and everything else? If I bring in helpful ingredients, if I bring in effective ingredients, I can do something. I can make it different. I can have something to do with the outcome of how I feel, what I think, and how I behave. What I want to give you is something that will help you have more power and more of an opportunity to get to solutions with your problems. We psychologists call it being solution-focused. Isn't that a great term? Instead of being problem-focused. So we want to identify the problem, but then we want to start looking at possible solutions. So I want to give you the one question that you can ask yourself that will help move you from that place of problem to a place of solution. And you might even want to take a minute and see if you can guess what that question is. Ask yourself, what can I do about this event or situation? Another way to ask it is, can I do anything about this event or situation? And I love this because if we get caught in worrying about something, this is also effective. Because if the answer is, well, there's nothing I can do, I don't have any ideas, and this situation or this event is not going to change no matter what, I don't need to stay stuck on that. I can move on to something else that does have a solution I can be effective at. Or I can say, all right, who else has dealt with a situation or an event like this? And what have they done? Maybe I don't have ideas, but maybe someone else does. I can consult with an expert, like a psychologist or another credentialed professional who knows and has expertise in these areas. Or it might be reading or studying or looking at other people who've been through similar events and what have they done that's been effective. If I can do something, if I say, yes, there's something I can do, I still can let go of worrying. Because now I don't have to focus on what the problem is. I can start focusing on what can I do, what steps will I take, and I can prioritize those. Where do I start? Where do I want to end? In fact, we say frequently, begin with the goal of where you want to be, the outcome you want, and then look backwards at that. What steps do I need to take to get to that outcome? And then start on your journey, free of those speed bumps that get in the way. Not free of the speed bumps, but free of them stopping you and freezing you. And instead, you actually do learn to get through them. Thank you for watching and listening to this video, and I hope you have found it helpful. If you want more information about this, or if you would like some more help coping with any of life's circumstances or events or situations, consider seeking help from a licensed psychologist, and you can always check out the Florida Psychological Association for more information as well. Thank you.